was a cold February morning in Seoul, and the city was alive with the energy of people rushing to work, snow gently covering the sidewalks. June, a shy yet determined 26-year-old game designer, sat in the corner of her small office at Heartbeat Studios, clutching her steaming mug of coffee like a lifeline. Her dark brown eyes were fixed on the screen as she tweaked the final dialogue lines for her latest project, a romantic simulation game she titled Game of the True Love. June believed love was predictable, just a series of choices you could program. After all, she had designed dozens of love stories for virtual characters but never experienced it herself. Love is just a game, she muttered to herself, adjusting her oversized glasses as she typed. Her quiet world was interrupted when the door to her office burst open. A gust of icy air blew in with a tall, handsome man holding a game controller in one hand and a cheeky grin on his face. "Yeah, is this where you're hiding the heart of the game?" he teased, looking around the room. June blinked at him, startled. Who are you?" "I'm Hyunwoo. Your beta tester. Boss sent me." He sauntered over, plopping into the chair opposite hers like he owned the place. From that moment, June's carefully ordered life began to unravel. Hyunwoo was nothing like June. He was confident, loud, and full of laughter, teasing her whenever she got flustered. Every day he would show up at her office with his messy hair and mismatched hoodie, bringing along snacks and questions about the game. At first, June found him annoying. He would point out silly bugs in the code and laugh when the characters glitched. But she couldn't deny that his feedback made the game better. Slowly, his playful smile and kind eyes began to chip away at her defenses. One snowy evening, as they were testing the final level of the game, Hyunwoo leaned back in his chair and asked June, "Don't you ever wonder what real love feels like?" Beyond the screen, June froze, her fingers hovering over the keyboard. I wouldn't know." Hyunwoo watched her for a moment before grinning. "Then maybe you need someone to show you." Her cheeks turned crimson as she stared at the screen, pretending to focus. But her heart was pounding like the bass of a club track. The next few weeks were a blur of testing, laughing, and silent moments charged with unspoken feelings. They went on coffee runs together, shared instant noodles in the office late at night, and even got caught in the rain walking home one evening. Hyunwoo draped his hoodie over her shoulders, muttering, "You'll catch a cold," before flashing her that lopsided grin. But just as June was starting to open up, she overheard two coworkers talking in the hallway one day. "Did you hear? Hyunwoo is leaving for the States next month. Got a big opportunity there." June's stomach sank. She felt foolish. Of course he had his own life, his own dreams, and she was just another level in his game. For the next few days, she avoided him. She buried herself in work, finishing the game alone and refusing his calls and messages. But on the night of the launch party, he found her on the rooftop, staring at the city lights. "June," he said softly. She didn't turn around. "Congrats on your big opportunity," she murmured, her voice barely audible. Hyunwoo stepped closer, the cold wind whipping his hair. "You really think I'd leave without finishing this game?" Finally, she faced him, tears glistening in her eyes. "Why does it matter? Love is just a game." Hyunwoo cupped her face gently. "Not when it's with you." Snow began to fall as he pulled out a small velvet box from his pocket. Inside was a simple silver ring. "Game over," he whispered. "Now will you be my heroine?" June let out a choked laugh, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Yes," she breathed. Hyunwoo slipped the ring on her finger as the first snow of spring dusted their shoulders. That night, as fireworks lit up the sky above Seoul, June realized that some games were worth playing, especially when you found someone willing to play it with you.